I didn't grow up with a choice. The Appalachian Mountains weren't a backdrop to my life, they were the walls of a cage. People think of the Appalachians and picture beauty. Endless ridges, pines as old as time, mist curling like smoke in the valleys. To outsiders, it's paradise. To us, it's something else. A place that watches. A place that remembers. See, here, we don't survive because we're strong. We survive because we follow the rules. Not written laws. Not town ordinances. Real rules. The kind that keep you breathing when the woods decide to test you. And I learned them the hard way. Rule 1. Never whistle after dark. The first time I heard the warning, I thought it was stupid. Don't whistle after dark. That's what my grandfather told me. His voice is flat as stone. As a kid, I laughed. Who was going to hear? Deer? Coyotes? But then I grew older. And one summer night, I broke the rule. I was 15, restless, standing on the porch of our cabin while the mountains loomed black against the sky. I whistled 3 sharp notes just to hear the echo. Only, it wasn't an echo. A reply drifted back from the tree line. Same notes, same pitch, too perfect. I froze, breath caught in my throat. The night grew heavy, every cricket going silent at once. Then came footsteps, slow, crunching leaves, heading straight for the porch. My grandfather burst out the door, lantern in hand, and slammed his palm over my mouth. Inside. Now, when we locked the door, I asked what it was. His only answer. It wasn't an echo. Rule 2. Don't follow the lanterns. In these mountains, lights don't always mean people. Hikers sometimes vanish chasing them. Soft glows that float between the trees, bobbing like lanterns in the hands of invisible travelers. One night, when I was doing a patrol with my uncle, I saw one. A faint glow down the ridge, swaying like someone carrying a light. There, I whispered. Maybe someone's lost. My uncle's hand clamped down on my shoulder, so hard I thought he'd break bone. Don't you dare. His voice shook. The glow moved closer. I swear I could see the shape of a figure holding it. They stopped just at the edge of the clearing, waiting. I took a step forward, but my uncle yanked me back. If you follow them, you don't come back. Ever. The lantern flickered, then vanished. The next morning, we found boot prints near that spot. They led into the trees, but none came out. Rule 3, the singing. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, you'll never forget it. Sometimes, around 2 or 3 a.m., voices drift through the hollers. A woman's voice, sweet, melancholy, singing some tune older than any church hymn. I heard it once when I was 20. I was camping by myself, a stupid act of pride, trying to prove I wasn't scared of the rules. The song came soft, carried on the wind. My chest tightened. It was beautiful. Too beautiful. Every instinct begged me to follow it. My legs actually moved before I caught myself. I gripped my knife and whispered the rule in my head. Do not follow the singing. The song cut off. The silence that followed was worse than the voice itself. Like the forest was waiting for me to slip. I didn't. And when dawn came, I left that campsite and never returned. Rule 4. Don't go into the hollers alone. Hollers are deep, narrow valleys where the sun barely touches. People get lost in them easy. Not because of the terrain, but because something wants them lost. We had a cousin named Joe. He thought the rules were old wives' tales. One fall, he hiked into Carter's holler alone. Said he'd be back by nightfall. He wasn't. A search party combed the place for a week. We found his tent shredded, his boots sitting neatly outside it, laces untied. But Joe was gone. Sometimes at night, if you stand at the edge of Carter's holler, you'll hear him calling, his voice echoing low, begging for help. Only Joe's been dead 20 years. Rule 5, if you hear your name in the woods, don't answer. The Appalachians know your name. That's what my grandmother told me, and I didn't believe her until it happened. One night, I was hauling firewood in. The air was sharp, the moon thin. From the tree line came a voice. "Daniel." I froze. It was my mother's voice. Sweet, tired, just like she sounded when she used to call me for supper. But she'd been gone 5 years. The urge to answer nearly tore me apart. My throat ached with it. But I remembered the rule. So I shoved the wind aside, bolted the door, and prayed. All night, the voice circled the cabin, calling my name. By morning, the ground was covered in boot prints. My size, my tread, but I hadn't moved an inch. 6. The silent forest. The mountains are never quiet. Not really. Crickets, owls, wind through the pines. It's constant. So if you ever find yourself in the woods and realize it's gone dead silent, you run. You don't stop, you don't look back, you don't breathe if you can help it. Because silence here doesn't mean peace. It means something's listening. And if you stand still long enough, it finds you. Rule 7. Never stay after the 10th sunrise. Every family here knows this one. Never stay in the mountains more than 10 days without leaving, even just for a few hours. I broke it once. Stayed 11 days straight, thinking the rule was pointless. On the 11th dawn, I woke up to find the trees leaning toward the cabin. Not swaying in the wind, leaning. Every trunk bent in the same direction. Toward me. I left that morning. Packed nothing. Just ran. When I came back a week later, the cabin was gone. Nothing left but a scorched patch of dirt. I still live here. Still follow the rules. People ask why I don't leave. Truth is, leaving isn't safety. These mountains don't let go. They just wait. And when I close my eyes at night, I still hear it. The whistle, the singing, the voices calling my name. The rules don't just keep you alive. They remind you that the Appalachians aren't yours. You're theirs.